Hi guys.
Hi guys. So we're joined by the lovely Carol.
Hello, everybody.
She recently had her home sold and she is very happy, and she's just going to tell us about the process and where she is now.
I even made you tea.
Yes. Oh no, it's so nice of her.
This is real tea.
Cling cling.
Mm-hmm.
Real rooibos.
Oh, that's good.
It is good.
Yeah.
So I decided at the beginning of this year that I really wanted to sell this beautiful home, because it is it's just a bit big for me, which is I think my main reason. I moved in here about 3 years ago and I've really loved it, and I've had housemates and I've done Airbnb and all sorts of things, but it was really just a bit big for what I need. And I was looking for something a little bit more like up and go. I'm traveling a bit more now, so it just made sense to have a smaller place, and that's why I decided to put the house on the market. It was a big decision for me. I didn't want to do it, but it made sense too. So I think from signing the mandate and to getting the house sold, it took about 3.5 months, I think. I think what stood out during that time was just especially your guys' consistency in keeping me in the loop with what was going on, bringing buyers through, making sure that they had the full story of the place, and for me it was something that I wasn't looking forward to, honestly, like having people in your space and in your home, and it can be quite a vulnerable time, I think, with your house on the market, but I really didn't experience that at all. Like, I think both you guys are really good at making people feel at ease and comfortable, and really good at communicating, and so there was never a space where I didn't feel like I knew what was going on. I think you were both very respectful of my time and my space, and I had more than enough warning every time, like when people were going to be coming through. The best part for me was that I didn't have to be here. Like you handled all of that, which just really gave me peace of mind, which was amazing. So I think those are probably the things that stand out, and then obviously getting a buyer who actually signed on the dotted line. Yeah. Okay, so the offer finally came through, I think at the end of April, beginning of May, I think it was. And we negotiated a little bit backwards and forwards, came in a little bit under offer first, and then managed to negotiate it up, which was really great, to what we were looking for. And I think, when I finally signed that offer, it was a mixture of relief and I think excitement, because I'd actually also signed another place, place to move to. So I think that made it easier in a sense, because I know where I'm going, which is great. But I was excited, and obviously it means this is now happening. So it was mixed emotions, I think, initially, but mostly just really happy. So the transfer should be happening soon, and I'm going to be moving to a smaller place, as I said a bit earlier. That's really what I was looking for, and I think now I'm feeling excited for the next step in the process of packing, which I don't think that's anyone's favorite time, but it's also, I think, for me, it's part of how you close a chapter and start a new one. It's going through things, it's getting rid of things that you don't need anymore, it's kind of planning the new space. I've been dreaming, I've got Pinterest boards, obviously, with all the colors that I want to paint, and thinking of furniture, and I'm hoping that the person who's moving in here is having the same dreams of this space, like moving into this home.
I think they definitely are.
Yes. So would I refer John and Bronte? Absolutely. They have been incredible along this whole journey. I think, often the things that we don't know is what overwhelms us. So, I don't know all of the things. I had to Google so many things when I was reading the mandates, and I phoned you like 10 times when I was reading it, so thanks for answering all of my questions. But yeah, I think you guys have just been so amazing in walking the process with me. And your communication has really been excellent, and I think I've just felt very secure each step of the way, and you've also you've let me know with each process what the pros are, what the cons are, this is what this means, this is what this would mean, and so that's really given me peace of mind in that I haven't had to know those things, and you've just kind of given guidance, and then we've been able to make a decision either way or whatever. So I think that's been super helpful. I think your positive attitude, and I really felt like it was your, you were as keen to sell as I was, and so that really came through in how the service that you gave. And I would 100% recommend it to anybody else. And I mean, the other thing, let us say this, is that this isn't their particular area, or in terms of neighborhood. Like, yes. I live outside of the area that you guys are normally selling in, and so even with that, you guys came in, you took on a challenge, I live in a neighborhood that it's not everyone's cup of tea, and you still managed to sell, and I think you did that really well. So I would absolutely 100% recommend John and Bronte.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks, Carol.
Cool.